Today we will be doing the catch you if you fall trend that is everywhere right now. So for this edit, I used Alight Motion and I actually used two projects to create this edit. So in the first part of this edit, I created the background. So I used a very simple clip of my avatar falling down in Catalog Avatar Creator. You can use any falling animation for this. So for this fade in, fade out animation, I just used two black rectangles and I set their opacity from 0 to 1 with keyframes, and then the other way around with the other rectangle from 0 to 1. To create the background, I used a bunch of little triangles, as you can see here. So it's just white triangles. I played with their opacity. As you can see, all of them have a kind of a different opacity. And some of them also have keyframes, which made the lights look kind of flickery. As you can see, you can't really see that well in this project right now because the video itself is 4K and the resolution of the project inside Alight Motion is 180p. So you're gonna see once it's exported what it looks like. It doesn't look nice right now either. That's also because the project isn't 4K. For the surface of the water, I simply used one circle. I added fractal ridges to make it look like the surface of the water. I used evolution keyframes to make the squiggly lines move. So you can set this up however you'd like. And also I set up these two colors for the surface, so this blue and the other one is just white. As you can see, the lines are completely white. I also used feather here to create the soft edges, and here's what feather actually does. This is when it's at 0, and then we're gonna set it back to the way it's supposed to look like. Now the same exact thing for the bottom circle, which you can barely see actually. So fractal ridges and feather, except for fractal ridges here I used two different colors, darker ones of course. So this dark blue one, navy one, and then this kind of a lighter darker blue. And that's it for the background of the edit. I exported this and then I added it into a new project where I finished the edit. So as you can see here, we still have the same exact clip of my avatar falling, the same exact fade in, fade out, and then this is the second part. Now you can see here the background. It's what we did in the previous project. And then I also added two triangles on each side like this, two black triangles to create the shadow. So I only used opacity here to make both triangles look kind of transparent, as you can see here. And then I also used feather to make the edges softer so that it looks more realistic, as you can see. You can also leave it like this, I guess. I didn't like it, so I used feather instead. And then you're gonna do the exact same thing for the opposite triangle here. That's it. That's how you create your scene. Then you're gonna add your avatar, which is supposed to be in green screen. Don't forget that. Then you're gonna remove the green screen with chroma key. You're gonna move the threshold as much as you need until it's just your avatar left. And then you're also gonna add solid color as an effect here so that you can turn your avatar black. You can use any color here, of course, if you like, but for this edit I used black. Then the next effect was long shadow. As you can see, it's right here. You lower the size all the way to the lowest setting, otherwise it's gonna look kind of like this. So just lower it down as much as possible. Then the color is white. And you're gonna have to turn alpha setting up. You can copy mine or you can come up with your own, because that's how the shadow is actually gonna be a bit more prominent, a bit more visible, and a bit more strong, as you can see here. So I kept mine at around 80%. And that's your avatar. That's how you make your avatar look kind of black with a white glow-ish thing around it. And then for the falling animation, you're gonna go to move and transform, and then you're just simply gonna add keyframes. As you can see here, this is my path of my avatar. It's going down, 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 then a little bit to the left, a little bit right, and then it kind of fades out at the bottom. And that's it. To add a keyframe, you simply press the keyframe button and you drag the avatar wherever you want it to be. For the text effects, so I use the same font and everything for all the text in the video, except that the first one is red, the other is blue, and also has an effect to make it look like it's underwater. So what I did with my text is I used the Fire Sense Extra Condensed, and then I used this exact red. Doesn't matter which red it is, or whichever color you want, you can add it. And then for the underwater part of the video, you're gonna set your text however you want it to look like, in whatever format, wherever on the screen. It's totally up to you. But to make it have this underwater effect, you're just gonna want to add the fractal warp. You're gonna have to add the position so that it actually looks like it's moving, and then you're gonna do that using keyframes. It's the easiest way to do this. So then you can just copy the effects for every other text as well. You can go here on the three dots next to effects, press on them, copy effects, and then you can just paste them on wherever you need them. The other effect that I used is long shadow, which in this case is black. You're gonna have to adjust the size a little bit here and there. You can also adjust the angle. I did it so that it kind of looks more realistic and has more depth and proper depth. One more thing that I did is add these bubbles that you can probably see on the screen right now. To do this, I simply used the letter O, and it only has the glass effect. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. The bubbles are just letter O. I moved them around to make it look more realistic, and then added keyframes for them to move properly. In the end, I added a rectangle with opacity so that the video fades out. And that is pretty much it. So let me know if this was helpful, if you have any other questions that you need answered, and let me know if you use this tutorial. And thank you so much for watching.